Hello, welcome to the 100 Q&A practice. We're going to start off with some dictation and defense will be questioning. Ready? You are going to hear the brief subpoena, which is initial S, final P. Here we go. Who keeps the records of income and expenses for the creative company? Me. In what book or record do you keep records of income and expenses of the creative company? On a piece of paper. On one piece of paper? Oh no. What do you call whatever record you keep of the income and expenses of the creative company? Income and expenses, I guess. I'm not sure. Is that what you call it? Well, I guess the income and expenses record. Do you have a journal or book or some kind of set of papers in which you keep these income and expense records? You have subpoenaed them all from my accountant. He will not deal with me anymore. You have them all. Please answer the question. I can't and won't do that. Okay, moving into our next set of Q&A. This is going to be plaintiff questioning. You're going to hear approximately, which is initial P, final L. Police, P-L-I-S, that's like a squeeze. You're going to hear, estimate, S-T-I-M-T. Is that correct? Is S-T-H-A, final R-K. Vehicle, V long E-K, veek. And those are just some of the main briefs that you'll hear in this, okay? Here we go. When you stopped this vehicle, did the police unit stop in back of it or alongside of it or in front of it or how? In back of it. Did you and Mr. Morris both leave the police vehicle? Yes, sir, we did. Did you have your guns drawn? Yes, sir, I did. Did Mr. Morris go to one side and you go to the other side of the pickup truck? No, sir. Did you order Mr. Warren out of the truck? Yes, sir. Now, when Mr. Warren was ordered out of the truck, tell us how he got out of his truck. Well, he got out of his vehicle with his hands in front of him. With his hands extended? They were extended upward at about a 45-degree angle. I would estimate. Palms downward? Yes, sir. Approximately what period of time elapsed from the time of the call until the arrival of the backup unit? The backup unit arrived, I would say, approximately 2 minutes after we stopped Mr. Warren in his vehicle. And that backup unit, the function of the officers in the unit, would be to take care of the vehicle. Is that correct? Yes, sir, and render any assistance that we might need. What time of night was this approximately? It would have been approximately 11:50. Are you sure it was 11:50? Well, I looked at my watch. Okay, Switching back to another transcript. You're going to hear at the time, which is TET, headlight, initial H, final LT. Alcoholic is KHOL and then come back for IK, alcoholic, because alcohol is just KHOL. Again, approximately, initial P, final L. And then children, KHIRN. Okay, here we go. Ready? Now calling your attention to the date of October 18. You were driving a car that was involved in an automobile accident. Is that correct? Yes, sir. At approximately what time of day or night did the accident happen? I think it was about 7 p.m. or thereabouts. All right. Was it dark? I think it was, sir. Were your headlights on? I think they were. I don't recall. Were the headlights on the other car that struck you? That I wouldn't know, sir. All right. Now, was the weather clear and dry? Yes. The streets were dry, weren't they? Yes, they were. Now, at the time of this accident, where were you going? I was going down Valley. That's toward Beach Boulevard. But I don't know whether it is south, east, or west. He meant what was going to be your destination. Where were you going? I was going home. I lived on 5th Avenue. You were going home? Yes, I was. And where were you coming from? Where was I coming from? Yes. Did you come from a movie, a store, or what? I was coming from a friend's house. And what friend was this? What was his name? Jim Carter. Carter. Was he in the car with you at the time of the accident? Yes, he was, sir. And for what reason had you been to his house? I was just visiting over at his house. But why was he coming back with you? I was going to drive him to work. On the night of the accident? Yes, sir. And where was he working at that time? I believe he was working in Long Beach. And you were going to drop your family off at home before you went to take him down to work in Long Beach? That's right. Had you had anything of an alcoholic nature to drink at his house? I don't drink, sir. Well, had you had anything to drink that day of an alcoholic nature? No, sir. Do you remember what day of the week this accident occurred on? It was a Sunday, sir. And what time had you gotten over to his house, approximately? Oh, I don't know. It was in the afternoon sometime. And was your wife with you? No, sir. Where was your wife at the time of the accident? She was working at the time. Where was she working? Huntington Hospital in Pasadena. What time was she getting off work? She was getting off early that night. That is why I was to go home. Were you going to go pick her up? No, she was supposed to go home by herself. Did she have her own car? No, but she had a ride. Do you know what time she was supposed to get home approximately? No, but I was to go home first anyway. I was supposed to meet her over to this Mr. Carter's house. Yes, it is kind of confusing. All right, well, at some time in the afternoon, you had gotten over to this Mr. Carter's house, right? That's right, sir. Did you have all 4 children with you? Yes, sir. And did he have any children? He has 2. And you had just visited with him that afternoon. Is that right? Yes, sir. That's right. Okay, that concludes our 100 Q&A practice. Have a great day.